Good afternoon. Thought I'd give you a quick tour of what's going on in the garden, but since the dogs are here looking so adorable, watching me from the other side of the fence, I thought I'd start with them. This Aoife and Kima, always called Kiki, and Alaire. And here comes Jester. Hi baby, what are you eating? Who knows? Probably something gross. Anyway, things have been happening in the garden, and things I'll show you. And we're between rainstorms. Finally, we've had a drought for almost a month. You see the leeks are the big ones on the right side, and the onions, which are doing much better than I expected on the left, are all doing quite well. So I was hoping to show you something really exciting over here, but sadly the drought got it. The artichoke continues to do fine, but I had 2 sprouts of seeds that I planted and they died. But today I planted 2 more. So we'll see if they take off. This is, a lantana, obviously. I planted some seeds in the sides here for dill with no expectation particularly. I've also planted some borage, and that is Brussels sprout. Where is it? Yeah, there's a Brussels sprout. Hopefully it'll make it. We planted a whole line of them, but that's the only one that popped. Over here, still haven't done anything in this bed except let the volunteer tomatoes grow. I'll have to do something about those soon. The tarragon, rosemary, and the oregano just keeps getting bigger. Beets, chayoga, and oxblood, and then radishes. Those are Easter basket, and then some of these are a Chinese watermelon style, and some of them are Japanese purple. I don't remember what they're called, but anyway, there's also still the volunteer pea plants and the cucumbers, which aren't doing all that great. You'll see some hair in the beds. I finally got sick of my hair and had Tierney shave it again. It's very, very short, but I brought all the clippings out, scattered them in my beds to keep the animals out. Peppers are not doing great, but they're doing okay. We'll see how that goes. The asparagus is going to seed. That happens. It's so wild. I just love it. Kind of wish I'd planted it somewhere bigger, but I don't know where that would be, since I really don't want in-ground beds. So you'll remember I had the plant bench inside my flower bed all winter, and I've moved it, and it's now over here. And I have added to my collection of these cool galvanized, and I say that in quotes because it's actually plastic, pots. And so I just planted them. I've got Okinawa pink okra in the first and third one, and then I planted roselle in the second one, and then down here the 4th and 6th one have Jing orange okra, and then I planted Tamarillo in that one. So it's an experiment. They don't have sun in the afternoon, but they have plenty during the morning, so I'm hoping that that will make a difference. It's starting to sound thundery, so I'm not sure how long I will record this. Besides, I had to cut way down last time, so my chances are we're not gonna do a whole garden tour in one video. As you can see, the area that I solarized is starting to grow grass, so I'm gonna have to get in there and pull it. I don't see any of the sunflowers that we planted coming up, so we're just gonna have to wait on that. Though I do have a plan that I'm gonna try next when we get the grass out. The weeping redbud looks lovely. We've got, my figs are doing great. And then we have this flower bed. You can see how dark it's getting. I'm sure I'm gonna not get through this before the rain starts. The Veronica died. I don't know why. Although the leaves aren't crunchy, so maybe it'll come back. Sea holly needs to be staked. The other one's worse. You know, things are going along here the way you expect. There's nothing new. Just grace and loveliness. The echinacea is getting ready to, both the echinaceas are getting ready to set new blooms, and the sea holly is turning a very definite blue. So that's that. The oak leaf hydrangea is spectacularly in bloom. The calla lilies are looking gorgeous. Hopefully they'll be blooming soon. The penstemon is blooming. And I think it's got just gorgeous little flowers. And the Tithonia that I thought I killed didn't die. So it'll be right here in front of the house. And here's one of those patches of grass that's come up since I pulled the black plastic that needs to come out. Hopefully this weekend between rain. That lantana didn't look great, but it's doing okay now. It's going to come back. The roses are in a in-between state. They've had some spectacular blossoms. Right now there's plenty of buds, so in a day or two they'll be beautiful again. I might drop in a picture of what this one looked like the other day. This one I haven't gotten a good picture of. I had to cut this one back almost to the ground, and I was afraid it would come back on rootstock, but it came back on the purple. It looks terrible right now with all that brown, but again, it was lovely a day or so ago. Big tansy. That daylily, which is purple, is about to bloom, and I don't know if I can show you from here, but the big stand of daylilies, the orange ones that we brought from the old house, are already in full swing. Okay, that this, which I have featured in previous videos as something that I didn't know what it was or where it came from, is in fact bronze fennel. And apparently a stray seed came from somewhere, probably Stephanie's, and when I brought something else. The bee balm is also setting flowers, so hopefully that will happen soon, and we'll get a lot more bees and hummingbirds. We have had just precious few bees this year, just nothing to speak of. And we've got plenty of flowers. So I don't know why that is the case, but it is. And we'll just trying to deal with it. I think that's just a lovely scene. Very happy with it. One last little quick bit before I get in. That's a just opening bud on the David Austin Molyneux rose that I planted in Ben's memory, and the beautiful blooming rue. They look so pretty together. I think it's a great combination. And just an update, since it's been, I don't know that there was much more than a tiny little sprout of French fillet beans at my last video, but they definitely kicked in. This is the last of the seed that I had, but they're making their presence known. So I hope to have beans in a very short time, and hopefully by July. Probably, maybe. And I have a special reason for that. But anyway, I will either come back later and get the rest of the garden, or possibly do it in 2 parts this time. We'll see how much videotape I made. If this is the end, hope you subscribe and like and share it with your friends. Leave a comment. Any little thing that helps drive traffic to my site is always good. I'm happy to share my garden with anyone who wants to see it. Thanks for watching.